So there was these 4 shootings in there in Atlanta. Put on glasses on. I told you I wasn't in the there was that shooting there in Atlanta, man. On these 2 spa spots, you know, Asian spa spots. So now you have this thing called Stop Asian Hate. Okay? Okay. What's next? Next you're gonna have Stop Indian hate, okay? Next you're gonna have Stop Indian Hate, okay? One side's gonna raise up an Edomite to go into one of these corner stores and shoot a lot of Arabs up, man. Then you're gonna stop having the movement Stop Arab Asian Hate. Stop Arab Asian Hate. You notice each time it happens to Edom, you never have the movement Stop White Hate. Because Edom is knows. These stupid, dumbed down peons, cute little people, they know, man. Okay, man. Stop a ban hate. Stop ban Chrysler hates. Stop woman driving in the car hate. Shit. Stop demon hate, man. Okay? Stop demon hate, okay? But yeah, this reminds me of this verse here in Ecclesiastes 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their fury, they lie on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out wrath and appease the wrath of him that made them. Of him that made them, dude. These people are getting raped and fucked up, man. The Most High's fucking these people up. And as it reads in, if I remember the scripture, you want to properly go outside then. One scripture reads that the Most High does his judgment every day, but the wicked knows no shame, man. The wicked knows no shame. The wicked knows no shame, man. Yeah, it reads one scripture. Okay. And then you had a shooting in as well here in Grand Rapids, a liquor store shooting. Which that was probably not. That wasn't really a shooting. I think that was a robbery. But even then, that was a shooting. But still, that's not a shooting. That's a robbery. You know, that's not like the man just wanted to kill some motherfuckers. That was just him trying to rob, and some motherfucker got involved, and he had to do what he had to do. He had to do what he had to do. Edomites are Edomites, man. Okay, but yeah, dude. And then you had another shooting in North Carolina. Okay, that's why I'm wearing my North Carolina shirt today. My North Carolina shirt today, man. Why? Because I'm excited the Most High's judgments, man. I'm excited of his judgments. Okay, every time the Most High does his judgments, I got my shirt on and my beer on. And black bitches passing by and shit. But yeah, man. Okay, one scripture reads, the Most High does his judgment. This is Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst of. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light, but he filleth not, but the unjust knows no shame. There you have it, man. There you have it, you know. The unjust knows no shame. Okay, like even now, you got people still going into the stores buying. Edomites outside hanging out with their girlfriends laughing. Their little estrogen laughs, man. Her feet all out, looking at niggas, man, their faces. Man. So now people's chemicals building up, dopamine building up between your guys' anatomy and shit. Okay, man, you add some liquor in there and you add some you know, stuff in there, and then boom, you got her, bro. You got her, bro. Okay, and then something happens in the bed. Or on the floor, who knows? The Most High knows everything, man. He knows if you're gonna get to grow or not. He knows if you're gonna prosper or not. He knows, dude. He knows your ass. Just bro. People slamming doors and stuff. It's hard out here, you know. This Jeremiah 20:11, but the Yahweh is with men, me as a mighty terrible one. Therefore my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed, for they shall not prosper. Their everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten. Yeah, man, because Babylon's gonna be a memorial, man. Like museums, they have their statues. I don't like it when white girls do that. But like a nice vanilla chocolate cookie that your Edom's grandma's mix with milk and stuff, and their nice lawn with the green chairs, lawn chairs and green fields. Yeah, man. Well, yeah. Yeah, man. You don't notice how to peacefully kick it, you know, when he's not killing motherfuckers. Man, but yeah, man. Nice blonde hair, blue-eyed girls on the beach. Yeah, man. And just like what really happened with the hurricanes down there that hit Northern Kingdom, Honduras and Venezuela. No, I believe Guatemala and Honduras. Yeah, man. They say they're from last year. They say they're still recovering from those. And they're crying and crawling to Joe Biden and shit. Oh man. And then you have Joe Biden with those immigrants, you know. And that's the real question is what are they doing with those immigrants down there, you know? Edom has some shit planned. Because a couple of days ago, I heard an article where the brother brought out that they are going to force them to take the RFID microchip. They're going to force them to take the RFID microchip. Man, dude. Oh no. Man, it's white girl day today, man. Oh no, black girl. You got Edom over here, shorts on, red shorts on, and shirt off and shit. Hairy as hell, man. Hairy as hell. Red hair on and shit, dude. Okay. Jake driving off fast as fuck all the time, man. White girls outside and shit. Ah man, it's Exodus. Go back to Exodus, bro. What the fuck? Exodus. I'm not gonna read the whole chapter. Hey, broski. Exodus chapter 8 verse. Come on, man. You had another shooting. Yeah, 3 shootings this week. 3 shootings this week, man. Mosai is doing good. Okay, what else do you have? Yeah, but like the bro was going into every time Moses brought out the plagues, like what's happening now here in Egypt, America, the plagues are being brought here, and every time Pharaoh would be humble, was proud at first, and then he was humbled down, if you know the story. So the first plague was the blood, and then Pharaoh, then he was like, damn, he was like, shit is real, man. And then the second plague, the frogs, and then he humbled down again. But then the Mosai sent it away, and then he got proud again. Same thing what's happening here in America, same spirit, same thing, you know. Like for example here, I'm gonna get this Genesis chapter 7 verse 11. I mean Exodus 7 and 11. Exodus chapter 7 verse 11, and it reads, and Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now the magicians of Egypt, they also didn't like manner with their enchantments. In Genesis 5, so at first Pharaoh was bringing his magicians, showing Moses off, man, like yeah, nigga, I can do this shit too. And the Mosai humbled his ass, okay? Like right there, he did, like right there, like I was just falling. What he did to Mosai did to Pharaoh's ass. Exodus 5 verse 2. And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go. So at first, Pharaoh was proud as hell. He was like, nah, who is the Most High, man? And then he was like, we got my magicians. I'm gonna show this nigga, man. He was like, I'm gonna show this nigga. And his little power, we call Yahweh. Okay? And his little power, he calls Yahweh. What kind of name is that? He was probably saying and shit. Okay, what kind of cute name is that? I'm gonna show him. Most High being patient and waiting for the right time, man. Okay. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Like it reads in a scripture in Psalms, forgot what it is. Like one scripture it reads in Psalms, dude. Psalms, dude. Like in one scripture it reads, damn, forgot. I didn't bring my notes. Folks. Who is the Most High? Is there any knowledge in the Most High? One scripture reads. And then it goes on to say, damn, she got something. Yes, dude. And then another scripture reads, he contendeth with the proud. He contends with the covetous. Because these elites are proud, just like one scripture reads, as the ruler is, so is the people. So even these people, man, their pride is all hell, man. Their pride is all hell. Their pride is all hell, man. As the people is, so is the place. As the ruler is, so is the people. Roughly paraphrasing. On here it reads in Psalm 10 and verse 2, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Who's the poor? Israel. Okay, Sirach 36 verse 36 verse 9. Let Sirach 36 verse 9. Let him that escapes be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Who's the people? Us, the Israelites. Who's the oppressor? Edom. But this time around, the Most High's gonna be racist. You know, just like he was in Exodus. In Exodus, Moses was racist. Moses was racist, and Yahweh was racist. Cause I'll just get the scripture now. Hey baby, come over here. Get some nice taco meat. Some nice taquitos. Unos buenos taquitos. Some buenos taquitos. Okay, here's Exodus chapter 8 verse. I'm gonna skip all the way. I'm gonna skip all the way to the part here. Verse 23. Now I put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. So in that time, the Most High Yahweh put a division between our people and Pharaoh's people. He was a racist. And this time it's going to be the same. The Most High Yahweh is going to put, he's going to put a difference between the Israel and these other nations. But more specifically, this time the Most High is also going to be prejudiced. He's going to select his elect and flip it. Put that verse between the 2/3 and the 1/3 in the elect. You see what I'm saying? Egypt's horses are flesh and not spirit. Because it's all about the spirit. Edomites and they bikes me, man. Edom's enjoying his kingdom. Damn, yeah. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, man, but for real though. Back in the spirit, I'm gonna stay in the spirit. The spiritual man stays in the spirit, bro. Look at Edom's punk ass, man. Edom's punk ass. But guess what, man? Most High is a terrifying power, man. He's sending these plagues again. He's still sending these plagues, man. The Most High is still sending these plagues. And what are people doing? People are out here building their houses, buying their new cars, increasing their goods, man. Get here in Exodus, second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 47, and they that occupied the merchandise with robbery, the more they take their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, for the more I be angry with them for their sins, saith the Lord. Exactly, man. People ain't gonna be angry. People ain't angry about what Most High is doing. They're like, oh, that's light. Okay, but that's the thing though. The Most High is making it light, man. So it's the time Jacob's trouble. 2 Ezra 16 verse you know, and that's this scripture right here in verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish, a sharing scourges for amendment. Verse 20, here's the point here. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. That's the spirit of Pharaoh is in these people, man. Okay, they're going out to the lake. They're seeing the blood turn to blood. They're seeing the water turn to blood, and they're like Pharaoh. He's just challenging Moses, trying to play Moses like, hey nigga, I got my magicians to do that too. Okay, man. Okay, man, but hey, the Most High is gonna mess these people up, man. At the end of the day, that's the thing that's gonna happen. Okay, and then like we had the second plague Moses sent. We'll get into that. This is Exodus chapter 8 verse 6. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. God, in verse 3 it reads here, and back up to verse 3. It's Exodus 8 verse 3. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon the people, and into the ovens, and into the kneading troughs. For and the frogs shall come up both on thee, and upon thy people, and upon thy servants. 5. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. 6. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. 7. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Come on, so that was the second plague right there, the frogs. Now they were all over the beds. Imagine waking up and you got frogs all over their beds, all over your house, all over your kitchen, all over your table, all over everything. Jumping on your kids' heads and shit. Jumping on her heads, jumping on her, jumping all over. Frogs jumping everywhere, man. Like that one Disney movie, you had the Disney movie with the black bitch and the frog. Forgot what movie, like that, man. That's spiritual there, itself. The Most High used Moses to do that, man. And then Moses kept bringing what Moses kept doing, bringing his magicians to keep to try to keep Moses down, try to make his power look like weak, But that's the thing about it. We're gonna keep reading later on this chapter 8, how the Most High stopped the left hand magic, Verse 9, then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, entreat the Yahweh that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto the Lord. So you saw, that was Pharaoh changed his tone down, man. Because back there in chapter 5, you heard Moses. You heard what Pharaoh said. Who is the Most High that I should know him? The spirit, just like in Joe Biden and all these elites, man. Their hearts are hardened. They're not even trying to. They're not even trying to handle it, man. They're not even. Fuck that. They're not even trying to do shit. They're not even trying to fucking. They're not even trying, you know. Fuck, can't even focus. So much ass everywhere. Takes a strong spirit, man. But the more, yeah, man. Damn. So man, that's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy, you know. That's crazy. The Egyptians were doing this magic and bringing these plagues. And later on, though, the Most High stops it. Let's keep reading down here to verse yeah, and that word entreat is going into plead, to beg, you know. Going into that word to plead, you need to beg, you know. Pharaoh was probably on his throne. He was like head down, sorrowful, probably going on his knees to Moses, grabbing his garment, telling him, plead the Most High for me, you know. Verse 9, Moses said unto Pharaoh, glory over me when I shall entreat for thee, and for thy servants and for thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses, that they may remain in the river only. I'm going to just skip down to verse 11. And the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and from thy people, they shall remain in the river only. 12. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. 13. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields. Verse 14. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. So it was stinking, man. Just like what you're going to have now in the time of Jacob's trouble. The Most High, you see what the Most High is doing. He's sending these judgments here and there, you know. Even if it's not as big as, let's say, we haven't seen anything big as yet, man. The Most High just fucking up certain lands here, certain lands there. You know, he's just exercising right now, warming up, you know. He's just doing jumping jacks right now, warming up.